it was one of the best investments I have done for myself in the past few years. I've done so many different courses in my life, and very few of them were meaningful enough. And this was life changing for me. So I think each person has to go with their gut feeling. But if they want to hear my experience, it was, like I said, no brainer. It was better than I thought it would be.
Brother Gabriel, thank you so much for taking time to do this interview, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. I would love to, be able to speak a little bit about this because it was really life changing for me.
Amazing, brother. Well, tell us about what you do. What is your business? What are you doing? And what are you aspiring to create in your business?
Yeah, so I am, well, a little bit about my life. I've been an athlete, an elite athlete, and then a software engineer as well for a long time. I've also performed for Cirque du Soleil. I was always very passionate about breath work because I used it to enhance the level of my performances, just to stay grounded as well at work. So I wanted to take that step and actually get certified because I've been practicing for so many years. And so I found your program, and it's been the most beautiful investment I've done for myself in the recent years of my life. It just really taught me the scientific based side of the breath work, plus the creative side, plus the spiritual side. Like, you really found a way to merge all of this together, all these things together, so we are able to have a blueprint. And from that point, we can create our own style,
Yeah.
our own businesses, and our own ventures around the world. And so that's what I'm doing, So I'm doing everything that I learned at Awaken Breath, this blueprint, so to speak. I'm now creating my own flows, creating my own retreats, creating my own sessions. And I'm doing things that work for me in my own journey,
Mm.
visualizations and grounding exercises, also inner child healing, all kinds of healing, all kinds of things that helped me out in my process as an athlete. So I'm using now to create my own sessions. I'm also incorporating movement into the breath work too, because the movement is a big part of my life. So
Hmm.
yeah, by having a blueprint, I was really able to go confidently around and build my own.
Beautiful, man. Thank you so much for sharing that. Love it. And your videos are awesome, I might say.
Thank you so much, man.
Awesome. So here's the thing. Can you share where you were before working with Awaken Breath and going through the high impact healer training, and then where you are now as opposed
Yeah,
to before?
absolutely. So last year I was working as a software engineer for 2 years, and last year with the tech recessions, I ended up not getting my contract extended with the company that I was working for. But I was also not happy working as a software engineer. I was like, it was a stable job, it was something that was on demand, but I was not feeling fulfilled nor creatively inspired, um, to
Yeah.
do the work. I'm a highly creative person, and to be sitting in front of a computer coding all day, there's something really important was missing in my life. And
Hmm.
so I started this journey of what am I going to do next? And it became very clear to me that what I had to do next was something that I was passionate about. And breath work was the first thing that came to that was a certainty that I had to do something that I was passionate about. And breath work was something I was truly passionate about. And so I found your program in a point in my life where I was feeling lost. I was feeling my sense of how am I going to contribute to the world?
Mm.
Being a software engineer, I knew that wasn't my gift, right? So I was in that space of I want to get back to my worth. I want to get back to the value that I can give to the world. And finding your program, I was coming from that space of kind of feeling a little lost, feeling a little bit,
Hmm.
saddened about the situation. But now things are just unfolding beautifully to me because I started putting content out. People are reaching out to me directly. I've been hosting Zoom breathwork sessions for 30 people at a time. And,
Mm.
I finished the session and people are emotional. People are emotional telling me about their visions, the experiences they had in the session, how much that touched them emotionally and deeply. And so when I see that reaction, and when I see people coming to me and saying, "Thank you so much, like you're such a beautiful teacher,"
Mm.
when people come to me like that now, like not even a day after the end of the program, I was already in during the program, I was already hosting these workshops, and people
Yeah.
were telling me these things is the most fulfilling thing. I'm like, okay, I'm definitely in the right path.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see I don't see a limit. I feel like I have so much to give.
Yeah.
There's so much that comes through me when I'm doing breath work, when I'm creating these experiences for people, that the sky's the limit.
Yeah.
I just want to keep doing. So it's been amazing.
Amazing, brother. Can you describe your time commitment required from you during our collaboration? How much time and energy did it take on your end to accomplish the high impact healer training?
Well, we have that one day of classes a week. We also have another day that is optional for our mastermind.
Mm-hmm.
So we know for sure that we have this 2.5 hours, 3 hours of live classes a week, which is
Mm-hmm.
great. But then we have to put in the work too, in actually making the facilitations, recording the videos, writing journal entries of the things that we want to do with the work, and establishing as well our social media presence, creating
Mm-hmm.
content. So the more you put in, the more you get out of it. I
Exactly.
would say that or because in class the other day you was saying that you can be a level 3 in the end of the program, or you can be at level 11,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if we do everything you line up in the program, we'll be a level 10, right? But if you go the extra mile, you can be the level 11. uh, I feel like I am pretty like I would say I put, I don't know, 10 hours a week at least.
Mm-hmm.
Just that's an average, because the weeks that I was creating content, I put a bit more just because I was wanting to create something really special.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say that with 5 hours a week, you can you can get this business rolling
Mm-hmm.
uh, in a nice way.
Awesome, brother. Thank you. How was your experience with the coaches, with Joe, Laura, myself? Did you feel held in this training and this container? What was your experience like there?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Joe and Laura were incredibly empathetic with us. Laura was always present. We can book calls with her every week, any time of the week. And so with Joe as well, Joe, we can ask him questions anytime. He was reviewing our facilitations. He was giving us feedback, written feedback as well. So we got that anytime. We can reach out to them on WhatsApp. And I think you held beautiful space. You were so incredibly patient every time with every question that we have, even the dumbest questions. Like you say, there's no dumb question. We because the smallest questions sometimes they seem small to somebody else, but they're meaningful to us, and they will make a
Yeah.
difference. So you held this space beautifully for us. You were so confident in what you do too, and the fact that you have gone through this entire process on your own and figuring it out, and you have everything dialed up. Now we can see you have a system, right, for everything. And
Mm-hmm.
watching you do it, it just tells us like it's possible. So
Mm-hmm.
by watching you every week coming and showing the things you accomplished, the things you built, I'm like, it's possible. Ben did it. Like this guy did it. Like it's possible. It just
Mm-hmm.
depends on the level of commitment that we put in the program.
Awesome. Absolutely. So I'm curious, based on the results that you're seeing so far, where do you see yourself in your business in the next 6 to 12 months?
I see big things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to create live workshops that a lot of people are about to attend. That 30 people, 50 people, going in my own space that I'm building here in my city. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
have like my own breathwork space. Going around as well, teaching in different cities is a big vision of mine,
Mm-hmm.
and increasing the online presence and the impact that I can have in people that cannot attend these sessions, but they can be with me online. So, like I said, I feel like the sky's the limit, but my biggest dream is to just go around. My the most exciting thing for me is to be with people in person.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to go around and create beautiful events where people leave transformed. So that's my goal.
Awesome, brother. And I'm curious if you were surprised by any results that you got from working with us, or if there's any misconceptions that you had about the training before that were kind of dissolved during the training.
No, no, no misconceptions at all. For me, I felt I felt attracted to your content already before I joined the program. So when I was looking for a program to get certified, I looked through 6 different schools
Hmm.
and courses, and so I interviewed all of them. I went on a phone call with all of them, and you were my top, the top of my preference list. And so talking to you, it was just clear to me that I just wanted to join. I just wanted to join your program. I felt a pull and I felt a confidence in your energy, in the way you lead, the way you talk. So for me, it was a no-brainer because it was a gut feeling, right? And so joining the program, I was actually more surprised to learn that it was better than I expected.
Hmm.
And so to me, that was the thing. I think you gave so much more value than what I expected. Um, and so to me, that was a big win.
Awesome, man. Thank you for sharing that. Beautiful. So I'm curious, Gabriel, if someone's on the fence about working with Awaken Breath and going through the high impact healer training, what would you tell them?
I would tell them that it was one of the best investments I have done for myself in the past few years. I've done so many different courses in my life, and very few of them were meaningful enough. And this was life changing for me. So I think each person has to go with their gut feeling. But if they want to hear my experience, it was, like I said, no brainer. It was better than I thought it would be.
Amazing, brother. Thank you. And any other final thoughts that you'd like to share?
One of the biggest things that I learned in this program as well is to, when you start something, when you want to do something that is new to you just have to do it. Like
Hmm.
there are times that we don't think we know enough. There are times we don't think we're prepared enough. There are times we're consumed by fear. And in the end of the day, all that matters is you just have to move a few steps
Yeah.
at a time, but you have to keep moving, right?
Hmm.
So the other day, I think we were like on week 6 or so, or week 8, I don't remember, but in the middle, I started there's a session that we had to like send emails to yoga studios,
Hmm.
and try to book a session, right?
Hmm.
And I was like, oh my God, am I ready or so? But I decided to just do it anyways. I sent just a few emails, 6 emails, and I got 2 replies from those 6. And I'm like, you see, if I hadn't sent this email, I would not have gotten the session. So it is really about just doing,
Hmm.
and as you do the first time, it opens up to you because you realize, oh, that's all it took. It's for me
Hmm.
to try one. So it just showed me that action is what's gonna take you where you want to go.
Beautiful, man. Thank you so much for sharing, Gabriel, and thank you so much for doing this quick interview. Appreciate you so much, my brother.
Appreciate you too. Thank you so much for it all.
Of course, brother. Thank you.